Darlene.
And I'm Doug. And I took Jackie's tour in March of 23. And I was very impressed with Panama. People were very nice. Cooler temperatures in places and hotter temperatures in others. Beautiful beaches. I met Darlene and asked her if she wanted to come to Panama with me, and she agreed. And
here we are.
A year later, we're here. So it's fantastic. During that year when we were still in the States, we watched a lot of the videos of Jackie and other people that were here in Panama, and we really enjoyed what we saw. When we took the tour with Jackie, she gave us a map of Panama. Darlene and I, we went through on the map and highlighted some places where we wanted to visit. So we had 30-some towns.
At least, yeah.
Before we started, and we've added to that since then. And we've covered about half of Panama so far in the 3 months that we've been here. Yeah. We're more on the road than at home. And we've really been enjoying Panama.
We took a rental because it was nice to have a home base and not have to do hotel hopping every 2 or 3 days. So we took this rental. It is a little humid here. We're in Penonome. It's a little humid, but it is close to Panama City. So it gives us a place to store our things while we just grab our backpacks and go off on the road. We've seen a lot of great beaches, like Doug said. We've seen a lot of crazy roads, and we're thankful that we have our 4x4 truck, and he's been a great driver to get us through. I mean, some of the potholes are so big we think they're going to swallow the truck. So it has grab bars that I can hang on to as we're literally, sometimes our heads have hit the roof of the truck. So that's been an experience. But we've seen beautiful, beautiful beaches. But we just are thankful that we have a vehicle that is able to take those roads. When we first got here with the first month, we had rented a car, and it was a little car.
I don't even little Kia.
Yeah, little
Pico, or however you pronounce it.
Picante or something.
Something
I don't
like
know, but now
it's
we have
this far off the road.
Yeah, now we have a beautiful truck, and we're able to. It's a challenge now. We're able to get through these roads and get to the beaches.
The people here in Panama, we've had several people ask us, "How do you like my country?" And it's like, we love your country. It's going to be our country because we're getting ready to move here. The people here are phenomenal. There is the language barrier, but they're always inclined to help you. You know, you try to pronounce one of the words, and of course we're going to butcher it, but they'll come along and say, well, this is how you pronounce it, and they help us with the Spanish. Yeah. And I think we're helping them with the English also.
Yeah, that's been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun.
So sometimes people will say, hey, welcome to our country. And I always look at them, I go, how do I know we're not from here? We will soon be permanent residents here, but the Panamanians as a whole have been great. I mean, they're welcoming, happy, friendly, always want to help. And like Doug was saying, if we mess up a word, we'll say it in English for them and they'll say it in Spanish for us, and then we all laugh. And a lot of times in restaurants, we'll order things from the menu, and then we just say, well, let's see what we got, because we're not sure a lot of times. Even though we're doing Google Translate and looking things up, we're not sure what we're going to get. But we haven't really had anything we didn't like.
We chose this town because it is not far from our destinations that we wanted to go to, especially on the Panama City side of Panama and the Azura Peninsula. It's hot and humid here, but we're enduring that just so we can see this side of the country. Next week we're moving to Paquete, where it's a lot cooler, and then we'll explore that side of the country. But we chose this for the location.
For the location, and to have a home base, just so we have a place to hang our hats, so to speak. And speaking of hats, we did buy some really cool Panamanian hand-woven hats yesterday when we were in Panama City, so that was nice to have too. But Panama is a great location. There's a lot of great restaurants, a lot of shopping malls, and we love our rental, and it is a nice place to call home. When we rented this for 3 months, and our next location that we're moving to next week in Alto Paquete, we've rented it for a year. And I know we're really going to enjoy the cooler temperatures there. Our
neighborhood here, Miraflores in Penonome, it's just south of Penonome, is mostly Panamanian. One of the joys that we have is we have a lot of vendors come down the street, and they're selling anywhere from furniture to ice cream, fresh fruit. They
Yeah.
want to mow your lawn. Anything and everything comes down this road.
Really cool. The fruit guy has actually like a wheelbarrow, and he's got watermelon, yucca, bananas, pineapple, and he's yelling all these words out. We had a guy over here get up on his roof and jump down to get the fruit because he didn't know if the vendor was going to go around the street to him. So that was kind of cool when we saw that. And we did have a furniture vendor who came down. So he only had one rocking chair on his truck, and we loved it. So we bought it. And we said, we want another one just like it. And we got another one. It's similar to it. It's not just like it, but they're two beautiful one-of-a-kind pieces. So we're happy with the rockers that we got. And we will definitely be bringing them up to Bukete with us.
The traffic here is not real bad. Sometimes when the school is letting out, you don't want to be anywhere near that. But it's nowhere near Panama City's traffic. You can get around very easily. If you miss your turn, you're not traveling miles to make a U-turn. There's plenty of turnaround spots. There's always a police presence. They've come up and down this road here just checking things out. One of the things that I didn't understand was we were driving along and here comes a police and his lights were on. I'm thinking I'm getting pulled over, but that's how they go down the road. They always have their lights on. Now, I guess if they turn their siren on, then you're getting pulled over, but it was just kind of strange from the States. I mean, if you see the lights come on, you're getting out of the way or pulling over, one or the other.
It's also a safe feeling that there's a police presence. There's always a guard by the banks, by the ATMs. You're not there, grabbing money and worrying about somebody grabbing your purse or grabbing your wallet or whatever. There's always a police presence there. So that's a good feeling.
Yeah. You probably have to go to a couple of different stores to find what you want. We have a Ray, Super 99.
There's a Do It Center, which is like a Home Depot in the States. Do It Center is very nice. There's a Novi, and there's
Coches.
Oh, Coches, yeah.
Coches.
Yeah.
There's like
Coches
another
is
home.
another Home Depot. There's like a Walmart-like store that I jokingly call the Big M. I'm not sure how to say that either. I think it's El Machetazo. It's got a big M in its logo, so we call it the Big M.
Yeah.
But it's very Walmart-like. They have groceries there, and then they have clothing, and they do have yarn. I love to crochet. They have yarn. They have menswear, women's wear. Yeah, I think there's really everything here. We have our favorite restaurants here where the wait staff know us because we frequent there 2 or 3 times a week in the Hotel Coakley. It's called the Restaurant Rio Grande. We love it there. Never had a bad meal. Always
Very
good food.
Good service.
Good service. And that hotel is amazing too. They have a nice pool area. When you walk in, it's like the wow factor. It's all beautiful and decorated, gorgeous. And they have a couple of the big cages with the parakeets in there.
Parrots, yeah.
Parrots. Yeah, so it's nice. We like that hotel and restaurant.
The rooms were nice and big and very reasonable. It's right by the casino if that endures anybody
If that's your thing.
to go there.
Yeah, there's a lot here to do and see.
Penonome is right on Route 1. It's 2.5 hours from Panama City. It's maybe 3 hours to get to the bottom of the peninsula, maybe another hour and a half to get up into the mountains, maybe an hour and a half to San Diego, 4.5 hours to Boquete. So it's fairly close to everything.
Yeah, it's a good location. So here in Penonome, the rents are always going to, and this is for anywhere really, the rents are always going to be cheaper the longer term contract you have. So for 1 month it was going to be $1,200, 2 months was going to be $1,000, and 3 months was going to be $900. We were able to negotiate $850. The owner actually has it on Airbnb. It's going to go up because she is putting in a beautiful built-in swimming pool, so the rent will go up. Right now there is not a built-in swimming pool. We were able to get it for $850. Our electric bill, we kind of played with that. The first month was $94. We weren't real happy with that, so we started using the air conditioners less. We opened the windows and we had a couple fans going, 2 or 3 fans, and we got it down to $56. We were happier with that. The cable, the internet is always $30 a month. The internet on our phones is also $30 a month. And then our grocery bill, it kind of fluctuates. I mean, we will go out and get groceries and household items, personal hygiene items, things like that. I'd say on the average, $120 a week or so.
Something like that.
Something
Every 2
like
weeks.
that.
We eat out quite a bit.
We do eat out a lot.
And the bills for the restaurants are like half of what they are in the States.
Yeah.
Both of us could eat for $25.
And when we moved to Boquete, we were only out there like a day and a half visiting. We were able to negotiate the rent there for the same price as we pay here. So there are certainly going to be some things here that we'll miss, but there are going to some things there that we're looking forward to. And a big thing is hot water in the kitchen sink. We don't have that here, which I hear is typical Panamanian, but we're going to be happy to have hot water in the sink. And I know there's a lot of good restaurants out there too. We've already gone to a couple. And, you know, I mean, I'll cook every now and again, and he'll cook a meal or two, but we mostly go out. So I don't think our expenses are going to be any different here than there, with the exception of the electric bill. We won't have a bill being 100 or even lower than 100 because we can keep the windows open and the climate will be different.
No air conditioning or heating. So this rental here has hot water in the showers, and that's it. There's no, when the bathroom sinks, there's no hot water or the
here
kitchen.
in Panama. But
where we're moving to, there's hot water at every sink, showers and all that.
And beautiful view of the mountain. We don't have a real good view here, but out there, right out, there's a little porch area off the bedroom. And that's what sold us, I think. We saw that beautiful mountain. We're like, we can work with anything. Look at that view. So we're happy about that. Well, we're both pretty healthy. We're not quite eligible for Medicare yet, or Medicare Advantage. The only issue I had with medical is I had to get some x-rays. I stumbled into some rocks or kicked a rock or something on one of the beaches we were at. And I was limping around for a while. So finally we went to one of the clinics here in Penonome, and we had 5 x-rays done, and they only wanted $50. And because we're old, we got it for $40. They took the Pensionado Visa discount for us. So we got all those x-rays, paid $40. They were so friendly to us there at the clinic, and then took the time and took the care to explain things and the language barrier. And then they sent us on WhatsApp like a whole transcript of what was wrong. And then I did fracture it. So we haven't had like a hospital stay or anything like that. But when the time comes, we know that there's we've seen a lot of the videos too. And we know there's facilities available that will be great for us.
Of all the places we've been, I have never felt threatened or had to watch my back.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
We've traveled in Panama City. We've been to Panama City 3 or 4 times now. We've walked the streets at 10, 11 o'clock at night. We never felt like, is someone following us, grab my purse. We never felt scared. We felt very, very safe here. I feel safer here than I felt in the States.
People in the States, oh, you're going to Panama? What, you were going to get kidnapped?
Yeah, many people warned us about that.
No, never.
People have preconceived notions before they even do research.
The Panamanians know that we can't speak a whole bunch of Spanish, and they've taught us words. We've taught them words in English.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off. We are not fluent by any means, but we know a few words to get by, and show these people that we are trying to learn their language.
Yeah, and they're very happy to see that we're trying, and it's always a pleasant experience. They end up laughing, we end up laughing. Sometimes you go into restaurants and there's actually an English menu. Sometimes there's not. So we've discovered, we were out in Santiago, and we were asking the waitress what different entrees were, and she got her phone out and she just hit something, and there it was, all in English. We were like, well, what app is that? It's not an app at all. It's Google Lens. You just take your phone out, and towards the right-hand side, there's I think it's like a little square, and you hit that. That's Google Lens, and you hit translate. No matter what language is on the menu, it will translate it to English. We were more than happy with that. We're like, now we know what we're eating. And then it's a learning experience too, because, now this word means that. Carne is beef, and
or meat.
pollo is chicken. I mean, we found these things out through the Google Lens and looking at the menu. So that's been fun too. And we've shared that with a few people, and they were like, "Wow, I had no idea."
Yeah. When I took the tour, we were provided with an online guide, and Jackie is a wealth of information in her guide. It gives you step by step to do whatever you want to do. Get your driver's license, your e-cedula, anything and everything. She has lawyers, she has car brokers,
Real
estate people. Olga, for the real estate in this area is fantastic.
When we knew we wanted to come to Penonome, we got on the online guide and we saw, oh, Penonome, Olga Gonzalez. And we clicked on her name, we sent her a WhatsApp, and she was great. She, within a couple of days, said, I've got 3 properties to show you, meet me in Penonome. She picked us right up at the hotel we were staying at the time. She showed us 3 places. This place was the last place she showed us, and we said, oh, you saved the best for last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll take this one. And 2 days later, we moved in. Now, when Doug wanted the truck, he had specifics that he wanted, different things he needed. So again, he went to the online guide.
When we first got here, we rented a car for a month just to travel around and see what's what and where we wanted to homestead, calling this a homestead. Mm-hmm. The car is set very low to the ground, so there wasn't very many places that the car could go. We took it on a couple roads that we shouldn't have, but they don't know that. 2 days before we were supposed to give the rent-a-car back, we went to the online guide and found Miguel. So I gave him a call and said, Miguel, I says, I need a truck, a 4-wheel drive, ready to be off-road, very reliable. He says, well, that's fine. When do you need it? I says, 2 days. He says, well, that's a pretty tall order. People in Panama, they love their trucks. He says, that's going to be hard to find. Within an hour, he called back. He says, I found you one. And we went and looked at it, and it was everything that he said it was. He sent us pictures, and that's what we've been driving around for almost 3 months.
Yeah.
Had to replace the battery in it, but other than that, not a bit of problems with it.
Yeah, it's been great.
So Miguel and the online guide did us very, very well.
Everybody that we've met has been so friendly. The tour guides are great. I know from listening to Doug and to listening to people on the tours that are currently going, they love the tour. They don't want it to end. They've seen so many places in Panama. If you're at home thinking, should I do it? Definitely take the tour, or even take a private tour if there's only 1 or 2 places you want to visit. But boots on the ground, come here and do it. Come here and see it for yourself, because this is an amazing country. And it's not that big. So you could be at the Pacific Ocean one day and 2 hours later, 3 hours later, be on the Atlantic Ocean side. You can see the Caribbean Sea. It's just, there's so much here to see and do. Definitely come and see.
While we were on the fence, we watched a lot of the videos from Jackie and other people that have visited Panama. And just through all the videos, it was a no-brainer. Let's just do it. And we got our plane tickets, and here we are. Being that both of us are retired, we do have the advantage of packing up a couple of backpacks and going wherever we want to. And we want to go here on the map, and that's where we go. We do our research and find the hotels around there. We do like our swimming pools, so that's one of the musts for our hotel. We're having the time of our lives.
We are. We're having a great time. Take a giant leap of faith. Don't be afraid. Sometimes people are scared to leave their comfort zone. Leave your comfort zone. There's a whole world to explore, and Panama is a great country to explore. Take that leap of faith and do it, because it's a great place to be. And you're missing out on so much if you don't. There's so much to see.
There's a whole nother comfort zone over here.
Yes.